Hello everyone and welcome back to HTML and CSS lessons on Codecademy. So last time I mentioned that we were about 90-ish% through the course. So yeah, we are about 90-ish% through the course. So if you guys want me to do something specific after HTML, then please leave a comment. But otherwise I plan on doing either jQuery or the other one that connects both JavaScript and HTML and CSS together. Because now we know both JavaScript and HTML, including CSS, so we can program something a bit more advanced, and that's actually quite useful and more interesting, in my opinion anyway. But other than that, let's actually get into the lesson of HTML and CSS. So last time we also talked about positioning, mainly absolute, relative, and fixed. So today we're going to have a review on the last 4 or 5 lessons that we've had, so let's get into it. Great work, you've learned a lot about CSS positioning. So we have covered the CSS box model, display values including block, inline, and none, margins, borders, and padding, positioning elements with float, giving elements absolute, relative, and fixed positioning. So take a moment to reflect on what you've done so far, blah blah blah. Moving on. Navigation bar, where are you? Check out the website we've started in the result tab. Do you recognize it? So yeah, we looked at this I think in the first video that we did of this section. It's the demo we showed you in the first CSS lesson, or I guess it was the first CSS lesson. I couldn't remember correctly. That doesn't really matter, but it doesn't look quite the same though. This is because much of the crucial display and positioning CSS we used has been removed. So your job, or our job, is to add it back in. There's a navigation bar here somewhere, but it's lost due to display problems. So on the CSS tab, give pound navbar. Let's find that first. Is there an easier way? Sometimes there is. Let's see, nav. Oh, nope, not what I meant to do. Control F. Control F. Yay. Here we go. Navbar. Next one. No. It doesn't want to give it to me. Where is navbar? Let's just find it manually. It's really not what a programmer should be doing. Ah, there it is. Good. So on the CSS tab, give navbar a position of fixed and a top margin of -10 pixels. So let's do that. Position fixed. And semicolon. I don't know why I keep on doing colons instead. And so fixed position, that's good. And also a margin of -10 pixels. It's just a margin, it doesn't say left. A top margin. Oh, okay. Margin top of -10 pixels. I don't know why they want that, why they want it to be cut off, but okay. That's weird. Let's close the search and let's move on. Displaying it properly then. Good work, the navigation bar is all stacked up. However, instead of being laid out horizontal, what? The navigation bar is all stacked up, however, instead of being laid out horizontally. That sentence doesn't make sense. But okay, instructions. Fix this by setting li's display value to inline. Let's find li. There it is. Display value to inline. There we go. Giving it 5 pixels of padding all around. So that's one way of doing the padding. You can either do padding and 5 pixels, or you can do it 4 times, or do padding top, padding right, padding bottom, and padding left. But because we're programmers, we want to make it as the least redundant as possible. Let's see if that is actually going to be correct. Yes, it is. So let's move on. Floating right along. Good work. You want to make sure everything floats nicely, however. Your footer is currently stuck behind your other elements. Oh yeah, or in front of actually. Instructions. Inside the left selector, pound the left selector, Here we go. Set float to left and width to 45%. Okay then. And inside the footer selector, let's find where that is. So many selectors everywhere. Here it is. Set clear both. There we go. Now that looks much better. And if you guys don't know what the things that I'm typing do, then please look at the videos that I have made previously before this video, because there are good explanations in those. So, okay, we've got an error. Did you remember to float right to the right? Oh, wait, what? Oh, inside. Oh, oops. I was looking at the wrong thing. Left. Oh, okay. So I need to copy this as well to add it there, and it didn't copy correctly because I probably didn't select the whole thing. Right, and also with 45%. There we go. So I just skipped this by accident. Never mind, but that's all fine now. So let's have a look at it again. Now it looks much better except for that, which I'm not sure if we're actually going to fix. Let's see. If we're not, I'm just going to fix it on my own. Okay, you've done it, great work, you've corrected all the CSS and everything's working beautifully. You now know enough to build and design your own websites, so that's quite good. Think about it, you've got the power to make and share content on the internet. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So speaking of practice, hit 7 submit code to finish this course and move on to your next project, creating a fancy HTML resume. So let's actually give that a fix. So that I think that was the nav bar, wasn't it? Yeah. Margin top. I don't want it to have minus 10 pixels. I want it to have plus 10 pixels or something like that, because it was just cut off, and that really annoyed me. 5 pixels? Nope. A bit more. 8. Yeah, that looks about right to me. So it really depends where you want it, actually. You might want it there. You just need to mess around with it. So let's have a submit code. That looks fine to me anyway, and we get a badge. And now we are done with the positioning section of CSS, or HTML and CSS as I call it. So if you guys have any questions, do feel free to ask in the comments down below. Also, if you didn't know what the things did that I wrote down or typed out in this lesson, then please watch the previous few videos that I made about positioning. They will explain everything. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, share and subscribe. It helps me out and encourages me to make more. If you didn't like it though, please give me a dislike and tell me why you didn't like it in the comments down below, so that I can improve for next time. But until that next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.